Hello and welcome to the second of the Voctor Gaming MythCast. I'm your host, Clan Mythology's Jesse Voctor Rain, and this is the second replay sent to me by Belgian player aLLora. Last time we looked at his TVP. This time we're going to look at his TVZ as he takes on TeamdB's Phaqui, which by the way is a great name. Phaqui. Far. Like Far Mulan. Yes. Gotta love a bit of Mulan in the day. But anyway, aLLora's TVP was really good and very standard. Yeah, we really saw how much mileage you can get out of just a small early pressure followed up by that 2 medevac timing. So it's going to be interesting to see whether aLLora's got something special planned for this TVZ or if it's more of the same, more standard. Although I must admit, I'm not up to what is the standard on TVZ anymore. Hopefully, it's a mech. Because, let me tell you about this, I was casting the WCS EU qualifiers the other day, and holy crap, Beastie QT's mech was insane. Getting those Hellbats out, dropping them in the back of your opponent's main, and natural, and third, and fourth, and killing 400 or so workers throughout the game, while building up a huge army of tanks and Vikings and Ravens and Thors even. You pull it off right, you crush your opponent. Nothing is left for them. So, Phaqui here, he's going to just get a little bit of scout off. Is he going to be annoying? Yeah, he's going to try. He's going to try and hit that STV, but nope, decides that he wants to just scout in the main and check for the gas. And what's he going to see? Okay, no gas here. Maybe he's thinking gasless expand. Oh no, it's Reapers. It's always Reapers. I swear to God, that must be what goes through the mind of every Zerg player against the town. Is you scout around? Okay, 1 barracks. Okay, no gas there. Oh, maybe gasless fast expand. Oh, Reapers. Always with that bloody Reapers. Reapers such a good opening unit. In all 3 matchups, they were always good in TVT. I remember back in the early days of the beta of Wings of Liberty, Reapers TVZ were just a game ender. But they're still really good in TVZ now. It just allows you to get so much of a scout off, and because of their ability to regen out of combat now, they become useful even in the later game. It's not something you end up just throwing away if you can avoid it. So we're going to follow this Reaper and see exactly what he gets to see and scout. Because there's a lot of this goes on, and there's not much going on in the early game. I already spoke in the previous replay about aLLora and about Clan Mythology, so I don't want to belabor the point too much. You guys are following me, you know who they are, you know what they do, and you know how wonderful they are. aLLora back at home is taking the command center, so let's see what the scout is here. He sees 4 lings already, which is a reaction to that Reaper coming out. Because you can guarantee Phaqui has seen that. Doesn't manage to pick off a ling, and now he's going to have to get out of there because otherwise that queen is going to be a pain in the arse. So did not get to scout the extractor. And the important thing about this is, now the extractor is up and there's no workers in it. Oh, nice. 2 Reapers now forcing these lings back. But it lets you know that your opponent is definitely going just for speed. And really good Reaper control here by aLLora. Making the most of them. He's going to have to be careful with that queen around there, but the queen wants to go back and make sure it can start hitting its injects as and when they come up. But 2 lings versus 2 Reapers. Going to have to get out of there. And now, real problems as these Reapers are fully healed and in the main base. So he's going to see this gas. He's going to see no workers in it. Knows that speed is on the way. Now he's going to push out and try and perhaps get some damage done. But really just wants to escape with these 2 Reapers. And, oh, nice. Is he actually going to manage it? Yes. Keeps both Reapers alive to continue to be a pain in the arse for Phaqui. But metabolic boost is on the way now, so with that ling speed he will be able to defend a bit better against these lings. But command center's down, orbital's going up, and a wall is starting to be built at home. 3rd command center already going up. We've got 2 Hellions on the way. Going to help continue this pressure. Now with the speedlings, 1 Reaper will definitely fall. This 2nd Reaper, he needs to just either play with the height or get to those Hellions. I don't know if he can make it. It's going to be so close. Does make it. Bam, saves the Reaper. By the way, Hellions, enjoy. So now we've got 3 queens up in the 2 bases of Phaqui. So these Hellions not going to be able to do too much on their own. But of course, once medevac starts to pop, you can see Hellion drops. And especially with 4 Hellions, it can be a real annoyance. And then when you get the armory and you're able to transform them, oh my god. Oh, sorry, it's not the armory, transformation servos. See, I'm learning about Terran all the time. I'm going to be honest, Terran is the race I know least about in Heart of the Swarm. Their changes are something, because I think they were a lot smaller and a lot subtler in many ways, it's been harder for me to keep up with. And I've also just seen less Terrans. Most of my friends are Protoss or Zerg. They're the popular things in the European scene is Protoss and Zerg. So we see a lot less of Terran. I'm still learning it out. And what better way to learn, by the way, than a player of the caliber of aLLora. Okay, he's getting stim out, which and 2E base signifies a definite push into bio off the back of this. Good surround by these speedlings, but it's not enough, and he'll lose all of them to these Hellions and one Reaper. He's not careful, so Phaqui going to have to pull back. That one Queen is a little bit far out as well, with that Spinecrawler moving. Going to have to be careful that these don't just run in and start getting some good kills off. Still, it's a very good wall off at home, so aLLora is going to be safe from counter-attacks, which, as we all know, is the most important thing against these darn Zergs. Third hatchery going up for Phaqui. He's going to be wanting to keep aLLora away from that. The longer it takes for aLLora to know about it, the less he can pressure it. Otherwise, it's going to be quite hard to defend it. Oh, man! So many speedlings very nearly going down there. And again, you cannot attack into Hellions with speedlings. You need to get a good surround off. And, well, right now, not managing that. These Hellions doing so much damage at this point. So, once again, the Hellions of aLLora are just going to keep pressuring on. He's got 3 reactors going down at home, 2 more gas being added. We've got Widow Mines on the way, we've got a starport down, and 1-1 is now halfway. So, great stuff here from aLLora as he lands his 3rd command center. 3 more racks going down. A huge commitment to bio here, which he's very much capable of doing because, well, no Baneling Nest. Straight into Spire from Phaqui. Finally the Baneling Nest is coming down. But with the Widow Mines, so long as he's careful, he can defeat those Banelings. And he's got plenty of time to keep putting the pressure on. Armory coming up so those +2 upgrades can be started. And he is going to have the upgrade lead for a fairly long time. So, nice here. Hitting from both sides. Once again, the Hellions managed to escape. And now the Speedlings start to line up. He needs to get some good shots off here. Starts to pick off the Hellions. 2 Hellions gone. But so many Speedlings traded for them. That's not a great trade at this point. Because he's trying to drone up. But he's going to have to make enough Lings to continue to be safe from these kind of pressures. Especially at this 3rd base where there's only 1 Queen. There are no Spine Crawlers to defend. We're going to start to see Medivacs coming out now, and that's when drops can become commonplace. And with not enough Speedlings to defend, he can't react to them properly. We do have 5 Mutas on the way. Should be mentioned, a macro hatch going down. So it is always possible that the Mutas will dole out some damage and catch drops, but you have to be very, very on the ball in terms of your map awareness in order to see them coming and to catch them before they land. 4th hatchery going down at this base for Phaqui. They were given 5 in total over 4 bases and allow them to keep pushing this production. But the upgrades are very much in favour of our Belgian player aLLora at this moment in time. And with this many Widow Mines, with this wall off, he's still very, very safe at home in terms of what can hit him. What do we have here? Now, the Mutas could do a lot in here if he gets enough of them. There's only 1 missile turret up, which is not good against the huge bank of Mutas. And, oh my word, the Mutas have seen the drop. They need to boost in. These Medivacs need to boost right now and start dropping. And there is that Medivac boost paying off immediately. Without that, those Medivacs die. But instead, this is a double drop in the main, which is going to do a lot of damage if he's not careful. That is not a great big force of Speedlings coming out. And he lifts up. Oh, is that the right idea? The Medivac goes down. Oh, so many Marines lost there. I think he'd have been better off just staying in there, trying to take out as many Mutas as he could. Instead, losing both Medivacs, potentially not the best choice there from aLLora. Unlucky to get spotted by the Mutas, but what a great move by Phaqui to have those Mutas out there, catching them exactly as they are. I mean, the good thing for aLLora is still perfectly safe at home. Still very well defended. But now we could see a big push by Phaqui. He's going to feel like he took down a lot of units there. But it's not going to be so. The Widow Mines start to burrow! Oh! Taking down as many of his Marines as it did the opponent. But there's going to be enough here to still continue to hold this off. Damn, that was a scary moment. But a long reset time for these Widow Mines now. And another drop is started up, but Xel'Naga Watchtower taken here, so it will be spotted before it can get to this base. But it does mean Phaqui is going to have to respond, and with 3 meters going all the way down here, they're not going to do enough coming over this missile turret, so that is not going to be a problem. And now a huge force of Widow Mines moving out the map as well. Boom, Phaqui is seeing this drop coming in. He's going to try and push at these Widow Mines, but no, with no overseers there, they can just burrow and be perfectly safe. 1 meter, not going to be enough to stop this. Double drop coming in. Oh, please drop. Please drop. No, he tries to boost away instead. So loses a full medevac again. Not the greatest decision making from aLLora, but he does have just the simple macro advantage at that point. He's got to be careful though. With his opponent on this many bases, this many hatcheries, it's going to start to explode in terms of him. And with so many Banelings coming down, that's not enough Widow Mines to take them all out. If Phaqui is careful, it's going to take good targeting and good pushing here. He doesn't know about the Banelings yet either. He's not going to see them until they roll in and all those Widow Mines have been used up. So these Banelings are going to clear up absolutely everything here. That was one good hit. Will he get another hit? Not quite. And now Phaqui is rolling for the base of aLLora. And aLLora does not have enough here to put a stop to this. But perhaps with this, good splits coming off. Those Banelings need to not hit. Great stuff there by aLLora. I think he has just enough to maybe take these meters down. But still, all these Widow Mines here, they can start to unburrow, move into this base, and force him to either respond or pick up. aLLora going to continue to put the pressure on. Meanwhile, we've got a Hive going up. We've got 3-3 on the way. Flyer attacks number 2 on the way to help those meters be more and more effective. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to stand up face to face against these chunky Marines. All these Widow Mines have been unburrowed. They need to start reburrowing right the hell now. They do finish. It's going to give them good zoning control. There's no overseer here yet. And bam, it's just doing so much damage to aLLora's Marines at the same time. Nice hit there though. And finally, these Marines are going to be picked off. Needs to be careful rallying them across the map piecemeal like this. As we're going to see, they start to get picked off again and again. Great Widow Mine hits though. And there's not going to be able to do any damage here. But this is starting to get a lot of mutas. There's a nice push into this space here, but he needs to make sure he can defend at home. And with these Marines coming out, well, he can. It's as simple as that, he can. There's only one missile turret here. It could be dangerous. He could start to get up into this main and start taking down production facilities. The production, of course, of aLLora is going haywire at this point, as he also expands across the map. Phaqui is having to use up his bank, continually remaking all these lings that he keeps losing to the Widow Mines. 38 lings being made there. It's keeping his minerals fairly low at points, which is always a worry for Zergs because it means they can't react as quickly. You can start to get starved out, especially since this 4th base has now been taken down. What do we like in terms of minerals? We've still got some time left. There's been good drone splitting between the bases, so losing one base is not anywhere near the end of the game. Especially as Ultralisk Cavern is now on the way. Ground Carapace and melee attacks, level 3 going to get done, along with Adrenal Glands at the same time. Both players doing very well, keeping their money as low as possible, keeping that production up, because he's so much coming out in this production bar. Drilling Claws is going to help those Widow Mines remain effective, even when on the move. Good Widow Mine hits again, and it allows them to see that, oh crap, Phaqui is heading towards my 4th base, so he needs to lift up and get out of there. Holy crap, that is a lot of SCVs there. But a decent engagement here. Killing a lot of speedlings, forcing Phaqui to come back to deal with it. And he will eventually lose all of these Marines if he's not careful. So many mutas there. But the Widow Mines are going to get off some more good hits. Oh! Actually going to be careful, doing more damage to himself again than his opponent. And with this many mutas here, nope, nowhere near enough. And now a lot of Phaqvi's mutas are gone. Does he have any left? None. All he has right now are speedlings and queens. And the first Ultra is on the way, but this means there is time for this drop to do a lot of damage. And they're not going to be popping from anywhere near here. Where are they rallied to? Okay, they are coming up to this main base to try and defend against this drop. There's quite a few here with no Widow Mine support. He's not going to be able to drop here. But what he's doing is trying to just pull the lings round and about. Do what he can. Needs to be careful of the Spore Crawler. I don't know if dropping there is a good idea. There's so many lings. And sorry, not the Spore Crawler of the Queen. But look, here we go. Another drop now in the back of the main. Could potentially, oh well, he will kill this Queen, and then he can start picking off tech structures in the Hive. Holy crap, Ultra! Ultra appears out of nowhere and cleans up that drop damn near single-handedly. Hero Ultra with a great time, but look at this. This drop still continues to do damage, taking down more and more mutas and now taking down drones as well. So aLLora is still staying very much on top of this. Supply count is now 191 to 128. aLLora just now amassing in the center of the map, waiting to push on and push through. This hatchery will fall. This hatchery does not have a great deal of life left to live should aLLora push up to it. As it is though, he's just going to push in towards the main base. Good Widowmine hits again there. And now Umbaro's, now he's going to head up towards the 3rd and 4th again. Wants to catch these ultras if he can. The more of these he can kill. Nice little speedling run by here. There's nothing to defend, so this will have to be lifted. But this is where the engagement is. A lot of Widowmine damage going down on both sides. Needs to take down those ultras though. Pulls back to the rest of his Marauder force, and now these ultras should disappear. Good start stepping in. The mutas are going to have to fly away now, and they're going to fly over the Widowmines. Bang! 3 hits go off. Quite a few mutas gone, and now the SCVs are defending themselves against these. Oh, they're morphing into banelings. What a great idea. This could go for so very, very badly. There's an attack going on, but I want to see if these these banelings manage to explode. This is going to be so close. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Everything here is going to explode. Oh, they're not attacking. They're rallied movement-wise. Ah, are they going to explode or not? Oh my god, he could have killed so many SCVs there. As it was, he didn't. And aLLora though, just pushing through this base, pushing through this army, killing so much. I don't think Phaqui has long left to live. Finally, all these banelings are cleared up. And aLLora is just remaking his army, continuing this push. Bases going down, Widowmines are up. Boom, goodbye Speedlings. Oh, Phaqui, perhaps. How many SCVs killed are there? 2. He could have got about 26 there, but failed to capitalise on it. And look at this, aLLora at 185 supply. So much money in the bank, so much production in the main. Guys, we are looking at a GG very soon. This Ultra will not survive. 2 more coming out. I mean, he's trying to hold this off, and he'll hold it off for as long as he can, but the Ultras will die, and he's not going to be able to replace them. He's not going to have the money to replace them, and aLLora just keeps streaming in more and more units. The Belgian player showing how bio can be done, keeping up that harassment all game long, never allowing Phaqui to settle. Ah, boom! Finally, we get to see banelings hit some SCVs. But I don't think it's going to be enough. He's doing as much as he can with the Speedlings, and without the medevac support, actually. That's the one thing that we need to pick up on aLLora here. He's not been so great with this medevac support. He's been using them for drops all game long, but losing them. And perhaps not remaking them as fast as he could have. Oh, he's actually remade 2. But they are not being rallied outside of the base to anywhere. So perhaps that is the problem. Just not picking them up and sending them out. Because with a couple of medevacs here, these Speedlings are not going to be a problem anymore. Another decent drop, but the Speedlings are just able to respond so quickly. Right now, with the advantage you have, you don't need to be doing these drops anymore. You can literally just steamroll your opponent, get a nice big death ball together, and just hit him. Hit him hard, hit him with stim. Do not at any point let him recover. What are we looking at in terms of income? We're looking at essentially 1.5 bases of income for aLLora. Meanwhile, we have a command center going up here as well for Phaqui, and now we have a command center going up here for aLLora. A forced cancel on it by those mutas. Phaqui doing as much as he can to stay in this game and to keep pushing back, but all aLLora has to do is max up. Stop doing these piecemeal attacks now. Stop doing these drops. I know they're good at frustrating your opponent, but a lot of the time he's losing more than he's gaining. But just mass up a decent-sized army. Hit a good stim, don't get hit by banelings, and kill absolutely everything. And this is doing a lot here. Mutas are going to come up and clean this up, and now it's time. Now with good baneling hits here, Phaqui could start to turn this match around, but they are not good enough baneling hits. The splits are good. The Ultras will die if they try and press this. We've got nice medevac support for once. This hatchery will not be staying up. A good starter step, perhaps an overstim. We'll have to wait and see how well this works out. Nice Ultra kills again though. And then all the mutas following this should be dying. They do not have enough to go through this. And aLLora reinforcing very, very quickly. This hatchery is dead. This game is a GG. It is 160 supply to 72. This game is 100% a GG. No way back for Phaqui at this point. aLLora playing incredibly well. The Belgian is taking this game 100%. Once again, throwing in a double drop now. Coming up into this fourth base, trying to pull his opponent apart, but his opponent doesn't have the economy anyway. Good Widow Mine hits, man. Yes, he picked off a lot of his own army, but he killed so many Banelings and Zerglings there that it's still worth it, because you can remake your army and your opponent can't. Baneling's not even managing to clear up there, and the double drop coming in to the third base, going to kill so many drones. The question that remains is, at what point does Phaqui decide he's had enough, he's given up, he's taking his ball and going home with a GG? Because it's got to be soon. What are we talking about in terms of drones? He's got 24 left. 24 drones is not enough. We take a quick look at the workers killed, 48 in total throughout the game for aLLora. That is where it is at. That is how you pick apart a Zerg player. Come on, Phaqui. It's got to be GG. I know you want to do everything you can to stay in this, but TeamdB's Phaqui, I'm afraid, is going to be out of this game very, very shortly. Another great, great game from aLLora. And Phaqui not happy about those Widow Mines. I don't know if it was the Widow Mines. I think it was a lot more to do with the harassment. And also, Widow Mines, yes, while they are strong, as we've seen before in some of the casts I've done over on Sarcasm Gaming, can be pulled apart through very, very clever use of speedlings, rather than just running them in clumps. Anyway, congratulations once again to our myth player aLLora. A really, really good game there against the Zerg. I'll be back shortly with one last game, which I believe is a TVT. We're trying to mix up the races that we bring you here on MythCast. I've been your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain. Find more from us at www.clan-myth.com and support us as we continue to push into that pro scene, to get the good wins, to get our names known. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all very shortly.